All right, today we're jumping into an absolutely foundational myth from the Aboriginal Australian Dreamtime. It's this powerful story about courage, about cosmic balance, and really what it takes to bring light back into a world that's been plunged into darkness. So yeah, let's get right into it.
So let's start with this question. What happens when a world loses its light? I mean, it's a theme you've seen in a lot of stories, but this one really digs deep. It asks you to imagine a reality where every bit of color, every spark of life, all of it, is tied to one single sacred object.
So picture this. In the Dreamtime, the world was, well, it was a place of perfect harmony. The rivers flowed just right, the land was incredibly vibrant, and everything was bathed in this brilliant, thriving energy. And the source of all of it? The Rainbow Serpent's sacred opal.
The myth uses this amazing word, luminosity, to get across the opal's power. But we're not just talking about light, It's way more than that. It's the very life force of the land, the source of all vitality. This glow was what made sure everything existed in this perfect, peaceful balance.
But of course, into this perfect world comes a villain, a malevolent spirit named Woolawait. And he's driven by just pure wicked intent. He does the one thing you're not supposed to do. He steals the hallowed opal. And with that one single act, everything, and I mean everything, changes.
And the fallout is immediate and just devastating. You can see it right here. With the opal, you had luminosity, harmony, life. Without it, total catastrophe. The land is thrown into this hopeless gloom, a deep despondency. And suddenly, every living thing is in terrible peril. The stakes just could not be higher.
So, when you're facing that kind of disaster, that kind of catastrophic change, the world needs a hero. And this isn't some simple problem with an easy fix. It's a deep, perplexing enigma that's going to take a very, very special kind of courage to solve.
And the hero who steps up is Kala. And get this, she's a storyteller. What makes her the hero isn't physical strength, it's all about her character. She has astuteness, right? This shrewd intelligence to see through lies. She has daring, that bold courage to walk straight into the darkness. But the most important thing, she's guided by fervor, this incredibly passionate devotion to her people and her world.
The Elder's words just lay it all out there. It's not about power, it's not about might, it's about fervor. That passionate devotion is the only key that can unlock this darkness. And with that, Kala's grueling, dangerous quest officially begins.
So Kala's journey takes her right into the heart of that darkness, Woolowait's cave. But this isn't just some regular old villain's lair. Oh no. It's a place that's designed to break your spirit, and it's filled with all these insidious traps and treacherous illusions. Now, to really understand the cave, you have to understand the guy who created it. Woolawait is driven by avarice, and that's just a word for this endless, insatiable greed. He didn't just want the opal's power, he wanted the fame, the glory, the renown that came with it. And his whole cave is basically a reflection of that empty, greedy desire.
And this is it, the ultimate test. Woolawait himself appears, and he offers Kala unbelievable wealth. He's trying to corrupt her with the exact same greed that consumed him, hoping she'll just give up her quest. It's the biggest temptation she has to face.
But Kala's greatest weapon isn't a spear or a club, it's her resolve. It's this firm, unwavering determination that lets her see right through Woolowait's tricks, his allurement. She's not guided by greed, she's guided by purpose.
And with just her words, she strikes back. By calling out his vainglory, his boastful, totally empty pride, she hits him where it hurts, exposing his weakness. Her words, because they come from a place of real purpose, just shatter his illusions.
Okay, so she's beaten Woolowait's mind games, she's pushed through the illusions, and she finally reaches the opal. But the quest isn't over, not by a long shot. Now she has to face one last, fearsome guardian, a physical embodiment of all the land's pain.
Guarding that opal is a bunyip, a fierce creature from Dreamtime stories. But here's the crucial thing. The bunyip isn't evil. It's filled with the wrath of the Rainbow Serpent. It's a guardian that was literally born from the pain and the chaos that the theft caused.
So how do you deal with a creature like that? A beast made of pure fury? Well, she doesn't use force. She uses wisdom. She gets that this creature is a symptom of the world's pain, so she confronts it, but not with a weapon. She uses ancient songs of contrition, showing sincere regret for what happened. And she just stands there with fortitude, enduring its rage without even trying to fight back.
And this is the real power of character. The bunyip, this creature of pure wrath, is moved by her moral integrity, her rectitude. and just her incredible boldness. It recognizes that her purpose is pure, and it steps aside. Her virtue was enough to pacify its fury.
So with that final obstacle gone, Kala reclaims the opal. She brings it back to its sacred place, and as soon as its glimmer touches the land again, the world is reborn. The rivers start to flow, the colors flood back into everything, and harmony is finally restored.
So, what's the big takeaway here? The legacy of this myth is really woven into these core lessons. It teaches that wisdom will always be stronger than greed, that real courage, the kind fueled by devotion, is what brings back harmony. It tells us that temperance, finding balance instead of giving in to excess, is a true virtue. And maybe most powerfully, it shows that the fervor of just one determined person can actually be enough to heal the world.
And that leaves us with one final thought. The story of Kala and the sacred opal, it's more than just a myth, right? It's a timeless lesson about what we decide is truly valuable. It kind of makes you wonder, what are the sacred opals in our own world today? What are those sources of luminosity and vitality? And what kind of courage do we need to protect them?